Hello dear students, I hope you are doing well and keeping yourself safe at home. So in this video we are going to discuss about the functions that is parametric form. Functions those are in parametric form. Okay. So what is a parametric form? Like you have got variables x, y. So if x is expressed in terms of a third variable say t and y is expressed in terms of the same variable t, okay, it's gt, then such type of functions are called parametric functions. Yeah. Now, how to take the differentiation of that? So, if I want to find the dy by dx or ddx of y, so one option is that we can find dy by dt and dx by dt. So, in a very sensible way, we can say that if I cancel out the dt's and dt's, we shall get dy by dx, isn't it? Or else I can write this as dy by dt, and if I bring in that side, so it will be dt by dx. So this is what? This is the chain rule. This is how we have defined the chain rule. So using this chain rule, we shall do the differentiation of the parametric forms. So for that, let us see a question from exercise 5.6. Suppose let us see question number 2. Here they have given x is equal to a cos theta and y is equal to b cos theta. So how to do it? Differentiating with respect to t. Differentiate this with respect to t first. So it will be dx by dt, and that will be equal to, with respect to theta here, because we have the parameter as theta. So differentiating with respect to theta, where dx by theta is equal to minus a sine theta. And in this case, if I differentiate this with respect to theta, so we shall have d theta of y is equal to b minus b sine theta. Fine. Now, by chain rule, what we need to find? We need to find dy by dx, isn't it? Or ddx of y. So we can write dy by d theta dx by d theta. So what is dy by d theta? It is minus b sine theta. And what is dx by d theta? It is minus a sine theta. I can cancel out the minus and sine, so this will give us b by a. So very easy. This is how we do the differentiation of parametric functions. So now let us see question number 6. Here in question number 6, we have x is equal to a theta minus sine theta and y is equal to a 1 plus cos theta. Okay. So how to do it? Solution. Let's write the given question here. X is equal to a theta minus sine theta and y is equal to a 1 plus cos theta. Fine. Now see that here the perimeter given is theta. So differentiating x with respect to theta, we get dx by d theta will be equal to the a is a constant, so it will come out. Differentiate this part with respect to theta, so we shall have, or just write it here, dd theta of theta minus sine theta. This will give us a into dd theta of theta will be 1 and dd theta of sine theta will be cos theta. Again, differentiating y with respect to theta, we get dy by d theta, and that will be equal to, what is our y? This, bring the a outside because it is a constant. So dd theta of 1 plus cos theta, and that will be equal to a into, now 1 is a constant here, so dd theta of 1 will be 0 plus, and dd theta of cos theta will be minus sine theta. Now this will give us a minus a sine theta. Now by the chain rule, what we need to find? We need to find dy by dx, isn't it? So dy by dx means I can write dy by d theta and divided by d theta by dx. So what is our dy by d theta? It is minus a sin theta divided by dx by d theta is a 1 minus cos theta. So that will be equal to, I can cancel out the a's, so we shall have minus sin theta by 1 minus cos theta, or we can write sin theta by cos theta minus 1. So if we leave up to this, it will be fine. In question number 11, we have x is equal to root over a to the power sine inverse t, and y is equal to root over a to the power cos inverse t. So we need to show that dy by dx or ddx of y is equal to minus y by x. So we need to show this. Now see here that this x is expressed in terms of t. That means here t is the parameter. Okay. So here x can be written as what? Root over means a to the power sine inverse t whole to the power 1 by 2. Okay. I am giving arrow here. Just write solution, then write the same thing here, and then for x you can write this, and for y what we have, y is equal to a to the power cos inverse t whole to the power 1 by 2. Now taking log, because in the logarithmic differentiation we have seen how to do these things. So taking log on both sides, so this is for this and this is I am doing separately. Taking log on both sides, what we have, we shall have log x, and the power will come here, isn't it? I've done earlier. So this will be log of a, this will be log of a to the power sine inverse t, and here it will be log y is equal to 1 by 2 a 1 by 2 log a to the power cos inverse t. Now this is equal to log x, half is already there. Again we can see that this is log of a and a to the power sine inverse t. So if the power is there, it will come down. So we shall have sine inverse t into log a, and here we shall have log of y is equal to half of the cos inverse t will come down, the cos inverse t into log. Okay. Now differentiating with respect to what? With respect to t, the parameter is t. Here also differentiating with respect to t, what we get? We shall have 1 by x, but x is not t, isn't it? So we need to write dx by dt, and that will be equal to half of. Now here, this is the first function, this is the second function. Also you can consider log a is a constant, so just bring out log a. So what is sine inverse t? Sine inverse t will be 1 by, just write here, ddt of sine inverse t. Similarly here we shall have 1 by y dy by dt is equal to 1 by 2 log a, it's a constant, so bring it here, ddt of cos inverse t. Now this is equal to half of log a, and ddt of sine inverse t is 1 by root over 1 minus t square. You have got in the previous videos, I have shown you how to find it. 1 by 2 log of a, derivative of cos inverse t is minus of 1 minus t square. Fine. Now this is 1 by x dx by dt, and this is 1 by y dy by t. Now take the x in the right hand side, so we shall have dx by dt will be equal to x by 2 log a multiplied by 1 by root over 1 minus t square, and here we shall have dy by dt is equal to, take the y up there, we shall have y by 2 log a multiplied by minus 1 by root over 1 minus t square. Now what we need to find? We need to find dy by dx. So dy by dx will be equal to, you can write dy by d theta by dx by d theta. So what is that? What is dy by d theta? Sorry, with this t here in this case. So what is dy by dt? It is y by 2 log a minus 1 root over 1 minus t square. Fine. And dx by dt is, what is our dx by dt? Is x by 2 log a 1 by 1 minus t square. So I can cancel out the log a, I can cancel out 1 by 2, 1 by 2. I can cancel out 1 by root over 1 minus t square, 1 by root over 1 minus t square. I should be remaining with a minus y by x here. So this is what we need to find. So thus we have proved our, that is dy by dx is equal to minus y by x. So that will be the end of our exercise 5.6, and in the next video we shall come up with second order derivative, and that will be the final part, and your mean value theorem has been reduced from the syllabus. So practice all the problems from the exercise, and please remember to practice all the problems from the examples of throughout the chapter and throughout the book. Okay, those are very important. So yeah, practice them, and till then stay home and stay safe. Thank you.